Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and this is going to be Joe and Jay Talk Anchor Bay, Part 3. Not sure if there's going to be a Part 4, but this is where we're going to talk about 20 of our favorite Anchor Bays, be it modern or old. Also, check out Chili Billy. He's been doing a list too of his favorite Anchor Bays, and he has quite a collection. I'm going to put his link down below. Go over there, check out his video, and give him a sub. Alright, coming up last. And these are not ranked, these are just 20 that I wanted to show. I'll get this one over with early, because if I don't, Joe might not watch my video. He doesn't like this film. This is Goodnight Mommy. This movie, I love it. I think it's great. Definitely one of my favorites. And worthy to be on the list. Alright, coming up next is Behind the Mask. Now, this one is a little messed up in the top because they put a sticker on there, and I hate it when they do that. But this is one of my favorites, and definitely worthy to be on this list. It didn't come with a card, but yeah, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. This is also one of my favorites. No one ever talks about this, and I think this movie is amazing. And this is Blue Ruin. Took me forever to find this. It's not like it's that expensive. It's just finding it in the wild. So, and that is Blue Ruin. This is like kind of like a revenge story, horror story, sort of. Really good movie though. One of my favorites. All right, coming up next is an odd one, and that is Scary Godmother. Halloween Spooktacular. Now, I also have the sequel, which is The Revenge of Jimmy. And I did watch both of them. It's just not my style. The animation is very computer and very 90s, or early 2000s, rather, I'm sorry. But, you know, it's pretty cool, though. And it is an Anchor Bay with the card. Okay, coming up next. This is one that I've seen around a little bit, but I haven't seen this edition of it, and this is the Freak Out 2-disc edition. Has the card and 2 discs, bonus features. I've seen plenty of the 1 disc, but not the 2. So, and that is Freak Out. Coming up next is from my favorite director, my favorite horror director anyway, and it's not horror, and that is The Beastmaster with Mark Singer. This one is so cool. It's got the book, not just a card. And, of course, Anchor Bay. Fantastic sword and sorcery movie. Alright, coming up next is my latest purchase, and one I got specifically for this challenge. And that is Day of the Dead. Now, I already have this on Scream Factory, but this thing is just so freaking cool. It's like a digibook, and this is probably my favorite part. This all looks like it's been drawn on notebook paper. That is so freaking cool. From the files of Dr. M. Logan. Yeah, such a really, really, really cool edition. Coming up next is Dark Room. I don't remember if I've seen this one or not. But one of the reasons why I picked this one is it's got the kind of clear slipcover to it. Pretty cool. I don't remember if I've seen it or not. I don't think I have. But yeah, pretty cool. Alright, coming up next is one of the only trauma movies I've seen on Anchor Bay. Now, you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember many of them being released on Anchor Bay. And this is Return to Nukem High. Does not have the card with it, if it ever did come with a card, but it's one of the newer Anchor Bay logos. So, Return to Nukem High, Volume 1. Coming up next is Dead and Breakfast. This is a cool one, of course, Anchor Bay, and it's got this weird holographic sort of thing on it. Yeah, got a really weird cover. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, coming up next, I do not have the art card for this, but I couldn't pass it up. I bought this maybe 6 months ago, and it is Android. Now, this is a weird movie. I'll watch anything with Klaus Kinski in it. I love Klaus Kinski, and this movie is wild. It starts out as a comedy science fiction, then just straight science fiction, and by the end of the movie, it's a horror slasher movie. It's very weird, but it's very cool. And it's rated PG, even though it has a lot of nudity. Alright, coming up next is Bereavement. Now, I showed Malevolence earlier in, I think, number 1. But, yeah, I wanted to show Bereavement because I actually saw Bereavement first out of the trilogy. Malevolence is number 1, Bereavement is number 2, and The Killers, I think, is number 3. And this actually got me into it. I didn't know there was a first one, and I found out that there was after I watched this, and it's one of my favorite trilogies, definitely. And that's Bereavement. That has Michael Biehn in it, and John Savage. Okay, Joe'll get a kick out of this, but which one am I showing? Alright, this is the Children of the Corn Anchor Bay, and this has of course, the book. Comes with a book, and it's super, super fun. And I have 3 of these because I guess I keep forgetting that I have it. So, yeah. Alright, the next is when I reviewed with my friend Nick from The Last Shoegazer. And this was The Garden. We did this for About Last Nightmare. This comes with the art card, which is The Garden. Pretty good movie. I remember enjoying it. Okay, coming up next, Chili Billy showed this one as well. And this is Black Sunday. Anything by Mario Bava I will watch. This movie is fantastic. And it's a different type of Anchor Bay. I'm not sure if it was one of the earliest or not sure when it exactly came out. But it's got a different type of Anchor Bay logo on it. So, but yeah, it's definitely Anchor Bay. Alright, coming up next is Off Limits. Now, this is a kind of an action adventure with William Dafoe and Gregory Hines. This is the old Anchor Bay. Something you don't see around very often. Alright, coming up next, Flowers in the Attic. Yeah, this is a good movie. I really like this one. Comes with the art card. Really cool. Actually has the cover from the book, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the cover from the book. Coming up next is one that was really hard to find, and if you go to buy the Scream Factory, which is way out of print, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, and that is Time Rider: The Adventures of Lynn Swan, or Lyle Swan. Yeah, I think it's Lyle Swan. Lyle Swan, yeah, this is with Fred Ward. I remember I saw this with a friend of mine, not in the movie theaters, but on cable, and I watched this and Knight Riders at the same time. Very similar, and they both involve motorcycles, so yeah, pretty cool. Alright, the next one was super hard to find until Scream Factory just came out with the 4K, and that is Sword and the Sorcerer. Thank you, Eric from Last Venom 76. He actually sent this to me. This is one I grew up watching. This also has the art card in it. Really cool. Not so tough to find anymore, that's for sure. Alright, coming up next, and last but certainly not least, is my last drive-in double feature. Now, I've already shown these, but I have it in a drive-in double feature as well. I have them individually. And that is Fade to Black and Hell Knight. So cool. This was how I first got Fade to Black. It's pretty awesome. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's going to be a part 4, but thank you guys for watching and commenting. I've had a blast doing this, and if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.